Hello Tubesters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. Got to say that first, always do. Just wanted to wish all the Tubesters out there a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It's now, what time is it? 1:45 on Christmas Day. Yes, I've got nothing else to do. I actually shot this type of video a couple of days ago, went to load it up over the last 2 days, and the lousy internet that we've been saddled with is taking a half-hour video to 2.5 hours, and I know that is some people suffer even worse, but 2.5 hours. But what it does do is it gives up about 20 minutes in. Nah, not having it. I think some of you guys out there are paying them, aren't you? So I thought, why not, before I start painting, give you just a Gav's Christmas message. The King does one, and I thought I'd do one too. I wanted to thank each and every one of my marras out there, friends, buddies. That's what marra means. For sticking with the channel the last 12 months. Obviously, a lot of you have been around a hell of a lot longer than that, but I usually, stick to the 12 months. Thank you very much. It means a lot. As I say, we all know I've got busted problems, and mine goes all over the shop. And making my videos is a way of staying connected with, I would say, reality. As I paint, was it Space Wolves and little Prussian soldiers, model ships, Star Wars figures, tanks, you name it. Oh, of course, cars. So, yeah. But I'm there somewhere in there. I'm keeping hold of reality, sort of. I just wanted to thank for all the comments that have been put down. It really picks somebody up, not just me. I'm talking for all the guys out there that make content. When you see a comment, yeah, it helps the analyticals and all that stuff. But for the vast majority of us out there, it just means a lot to see that somebody's watched a portion of the video. Yes, I know, because you don't watch all of it. I know. I don't really care. Watch what you want to watch. Yeah, that somebody's watched some of the video and put a comment down, and that's greatly appreciated. Whether you've got a channel or whether you haven't, it means a heck of a lot. I was going to do a shout out where everybody gets named, and I said I wouldn't. And when I thought to myself, oh, redo this one, that's what I'll do. I've even put it, not the list of people, but because I'm looking at my computer screen here and trying to look at this, and I'm going to miss people out. Oh, what the heck, let's give it a go. Right, I'm not going to be putting the @ and the follow, only because I don't think you could do it with that many people. This is my list of subscriptions goes to obviously what I'm watching a lot of at the time. Well, of course, Jeff Donahue's right up there at the top. Because you make so many videos, Jeff. I don't mind. It's putting you in a good place, and that's all I care. That's all I care about. You enjoy doing it. Like you say, before you was in a bit of a rut. So I'm just 2 weeks behind, and I said to Jeff, I got sick for a while, so I missed. I probably only missed about 5 days, but even though I'm watching 1 and 2 videos a day, I can't catch up. But that's how it is. But Jeff knows that. So yeah, we've got Jeff Donahue Scale Modelling. Thanks, Jeff. I've got some other people I'm having to jump through because there's a lot of people I watch, but I don't. I don't put comments down because we don't interact with each other. So I will thank another one that's up there at the top just after Jeff, Mark Batson. I don't interact with him. I put some comments down. He doesn't visit my channel. That's not sledging, Mark. I do different stuff to him apart from the odd car I make. All right, then I made one, but there's plans. I've got one sanded, sort of. But I enjoy. Mark's always one of these guys, automotive, if you don't know, who's always chipper. He's happy and all the rest of it, and I like what he does. Then Hey, Doug. And you don't think people watch your videos, Mara. You're third on the list. That shows how many of your videos I watch. So Doug Hensley of Hensley's Hobbies, and then Doug at the end. We all know Doug does a bit of everything, mainly models rather than figures, but he's a star, Doug is. I've got a lot of time for him. So go check Doug out. That Mofo Damon again. I watch your videos. See, yeah, you're seeing the videos. It's not just how much I watch. It's a lot of you make tiny videos. Tom and Jamie. So you're right down there. That's not my fault. It's only because your videos are shorter. So George over in Greece, you and the family have a great Christmas, George. And thank you for all that you do in showing us techniques and how you enjoy your modelling. He mainly does military models, but not always. It's usually, yeah, we'll just say military models, but he does do the odd car and stuff as well. Then somebody else who obviously I'm watching a lot of, and that's Bob from Greybeard Models. Now, isn't that weird? He's had a big mojo killer. He's not watched much. Sorry, he's not done much, but because he's been making that, you know, obviously it's been quieter on some video fronts. He's right up there. So Bob's down in London. Are you from London? Well, he is actually, and he's always a kind-hearted bloke with a kind word to say to me, and I value his friendship. You can't say marraship really. I suppose you could say marraship, couldn't you really? But then people wouldn't understand that even more. So underneath Bob we have, and that's Greybeard Models, we've got the Arkansas's finest, the one, the only, come on, let's build him up. And that's Scale from Scale. No, it's not. It's Sean from the Scale Model Car Guy channel. I told you this would all go south. Funny enough, he makes cars, automotive. He's the beating heart of this community. He's, again, I keep saying about it, these are nice people because I wouldn't be watching them otherwise. But yeah, I love interacting with Sean. He's a really decent bloke. And that's Sean at the Scale Model Car Guy channel. Now, I can't believe this fella is zoomed all the way up to the top in the last few weeks. That's for the length of videos he makes. It can be the only old Tom, Mr. Rambler 69. Again, automotive, a few eggplanes, and occasionally I've done one in 72 aircraft as well. But mainly automotive, that's what he's known for. He helps me out a lot behind the scenes. I'm on WhatsApp with him and that, and if I've got any questions, he's always happy to answer, and he get back to me. Probably if it's 3 in the morning in Florida, but he's just an approachable bloke. As long as you don't go knocking on his door, don't do that. Oh no, then the police come out to you. Ask me, I know. But yeah, go and check out Rambler 69 channel, and that's old Tom. Some of these guys may appear in the, if they put something down, so just go and press on their icons. It's only because I'll be here for a month of Sundays, and I don't know if they allow you to put that many links in. Next one, we have Charlie Mack. Poor old Charlie and Mrs. Mack have been going through a pretty tough time this Christmas. They live right on top of a river, literally, and it decided to burst its banks and go straight through their house, which was unfortunate in the extreme. As I say, it's not something that anybody wants to deal with, but at this time of year, and they'd moved a load of stuff from upstairs downstairs while they were going to get it painted, so they've lost a lot of, you know, mementos and stuff. But they're a couple of battlers, and as I said to Charlie, you know, he's one of these people that we might put him on the canvas, but he's back up and swinging again. So Charlie Mack. We've got Phil from Horton's Hot Rod Shop. If you build it, they will come. I can't believe the amount of stuff that Phil knocks out and the amount of conversions he does. Excellent work. He's always, you know, since we've known each other anyway, which is probably a year or so, he's always supported me, and I don't just support people because they support me. I support the people that I think are worth supporting, but you know, it's not, you know, I think a lot of these guys that I interact with, we're not doing it. Yeah, people want more subs, but it's also about the interaction between community members. So that's it's Phil from Horton's Hot Rod Shop. Merry Christmas, Phil. Now we've got the Liberator 240 channel, Scott. Now he is a wargamer, stroke figure painter. I've known Scott and he's in Scotland for donkey's years now. You know, and since he's retired, we get a few more of his videos, and you know, he comments on mine a lot more. Obviously he's not interested in my cars and stuff. As I say, this is the problem with me. I do so much within the hobby arena. You know, it's not always what somebody that Scott does 28mm Napoleonics, 28mm American Civil War mainly, but I'm sure he'll be painting other stuff as time goes on. But that's what he's into, and if I put figures up, he's usually there. So Scott, look after yourself and enjoy Christmas, Mara. We've got Larry from Larry's Model Shop. I've known Larry, like Phil, for probably a year or so. What I've like about them two is they're very much like Tom and Sean and that. Since we've known each other for a few years now, and Charlie and a couple of other guys, they're not fussed that I do figures. They might not even understand half of what I'm talking about, as I don't always understand what they're talking about with cars. But we enjoy the passion we have for our subjects, and we've just fell into a routine of just getting on, if that makes sense. So Larry's the same. You know, Larry don't know a lot of what I do. He's an automotive builder, but he's got the grace to visit my channel and enjoy the figures. And seem like, if you're not into 40k like this Space Wolf, you know, that I showed the other video with a big hand and all that stuff, if you're not into that, it's still nice that people can put a like and a comment down, you know, even though it's not what they do. So I've always got a lot of time for people, so I've got to take a slurp of tea. Thank you very much. Right, if you want to know where Archie is, fast asleep in his bed, all tucked up. He's had a new soft blanket as well to lie on for Christmas. And the wife is probably gnashing her teeth. She's had to turn the TV down so I can make this video downstairs. Anyway, we carry on. Steve Jones Scale Models is next. We all know Steve. He's a competition builder and a modeler par excellence. That is your actual French Steve. He always puts up with my sense of humour, my bad modelling skills, and he's got a decent sense of humour. And again, he is somebody, although he's a competition builder and he gets all these medals and everything, like Tom, he's quite happy to either pitch in with a you know, if you thought of doing it this way or something, or you know, you can say, how can I do this, and he puts all those tutorial videos up. Don't ask money for it. You know, got a lot of time for Steve. I wouldn't say that in public though. So go check out Steve Jones Scale Models. Next one, we missed one because that guy I have no contact with, but I follow his work. Not in a nasty way, just you know, he's never going to follow me. He's just one of them huge car builders. Right, we've got Paul from the Plastic Monkey channel. Paul's been knocked about health-wise for the last month or so, which has then knocked his mojo around, and he's slowly looking under the carpets and the sofa cushions to find his mojo again, and get back to building. But as I said to him, you know, you just do what you do. Your channel, put stuff up. Don't ever feel like you've got to put stuff up just to keep the analyticals going, or people will walk away. If they're real marras of your channel, whether they've got channels or not themselves, they'll still follow along, you know. So please go and check out Paul down in Devon, North Devon, I believe, and his wife Sue as well, and help him get his Christmas mojo back, in a modelling sense. You know, again, no, just Christmas mojo modelling. Anyway, We digress. Now we've got Scott from the S-More channel. Scott is a 28mm wargamer. He looks out for me and my mental health, and that means a heck of a lot. Don't know the fella. We are age range is probably at least a generation apart, but we are, aren't we, Arch? But he always, when he's around, he's always asks about me and looks out for me, and that means a heck of a lot. That somebody, as I say, somebody, people care. So Scott does 28mm, as I say, wargaming. He's a wargamer, goes to the war game club and everything. He does some excellent figures, and he's just got enthusiasm for what he does, and I would greatly appreciate you helping lift his subs up more, because he doesn't have a lot, and he deserves a lot more. I can't be watching much of your stuff, Gary, because you're down here. I mean, what's going on, son? We've got Gary from Gary's Stuff. Now, Gary, again, is somebody, he's got a really big channel now. Well, decent sized channel. But he doesn't, he always finds time to drop me a comment. And again, like Scott, he always looks out for me, had problems and all the rest of it. And again, that means a lot, that people, can take the time to do that for somebody else that they may never meet. Probably will never meet, because he does a runner every time I go to Telford. The amount of Gary-shaped holes in the side of the building, as he just blasts through those breeze blocks to get out onto the car park when he sees me coming, he's unbelievable. But if you don't know Gary, he does a bit of everything scale modelling wise. He's got a huge channel, a big following, as in when people bother to put a lot of comments down, you can tell that you're doing something right. Where's my comments? 4, 5, 7. Might not be doing something right. Oh well. But thanks, Gary. So that's Gary's Stuff. We've got Mike Hintz Miniature Motors. Mike's down in Texas. So this lurgy never left me. Same with my wife. I'll speak for more than 10 minutes without having a sore throat. So Mike's down in Texas. He mainly does automotive, very, very well, and does motorbikes and all that stuff. But he has made. He always loves building an egg plane when Charlie does his egg plane build, and he enjoys now doing the odd one in 72 scale aircraft. I think it was Tempest or Typhoon now, but he's on about building another one at some stage. Underneath him, king of the lighted up models. Is that an actual thing? Lighted up models, and that is Shamey from the Shamey BMW channel. He, as I say, he used to build paint one-on-one cars for BMW. So in the body shop and all that stuff, I believe. And it shows in his car work, because he can literally juggle 6 builds and have them all completed within about 6 weeks, and that's with working lights. The only thing I've never seen him do yet, that'll be a challenge. Shamey, have you ever done windscreen wipers? I've never seen I've never seen the windscreen wipers go moving. Maybe that's something you might need to check out. Just saying. Brilliant bloke. He's supported me. I like to support him, and I think he's again somebody in the community that doesn't mind helping other people out. We've got Captain Cuz. That's Vinny. So Captain Cuz 6951. He likes his 1 in 700 ships like me. He does very small scale aircraft in the 1 in 114, is it, type of range. He's doing automotive himself now as well. He's got a railroad channel if you're in Arizona, where he is. But yeah, we say railways over here. Go and check out Vinny. Again, an exceedingly decent human being. What else we got? We've got Justin at J Hart Model Works, car builder extraordinaire. I like going to Justin's channel because he not only does loads of tutorials, he he presents them in like a calm, just I'm going to say sedated way. That's not the word I meant. But yeah, I enjoy what and as I've got more into modelling, I've gone more into watching Justin's work, and I appreciate the times when he does come along and drop a comment in mine. As I say, I don't expect him to put it down on cavalry and Space Wolves and things. You wait till you got what's coming in the new year from Games Workshop. Well, I've bought it, they've not sent it me. So please go and check out Justin at J Hart Model Works. We've got Mamara Knob over in Japan. Panzermeister, let me just go to click on that because the first bit's in Japanese and kanji. Yeah, Panzermeister. Lovely fella Knob. He does a lot of reviews of 28mm, of 1 in 35 scale. So I've got his thing on there, I'm just looking again. 1 in 35 scale vehicles of all descriptions, mainly World War II. That's his thing. Particularly German, but he does others as well. He does 1 in 35 scale figure reviews, and he has started doing builds and small dios and vignettes on camera as well. So please go and give Knob in Japan a sub, because again, he's somebody else. He's a really nice fella. Underneath him we got Sean O. Sean O's World of Chaos. I've known Sean again for years on YouTube, up in the northeast of England. Does a bit of everything, but as he says, he wargamer, but he mainly does 6mm, a lot of stuff now, sometimes 10, sometimes 28. He's actually got some Space Marines on the go as I'm doing that Space Wolf. Not, he was already doing it when I was doing mine, but yeah, again, really nice fella, always upbeat, and just enjoying his hobby. So again, he never has a huge sub count, so if anybody can go out and check out Sean O's World of Chaos. If he does appear down in the thing, press his icon, you'll go there and you know, he'll sort you out with a you know, with a sub. Well, you can sort him out with a sub. We've got sorry, hang on, we've got Mars from Mars's Garage, automotive again. Does a bit of everything automotive, and he'll often pop a comment on mine, and I do the same for him. I just think he's a likeable personality, and I enjoy seeing his work. So that's Mars's Garage. We've got Alex Price, wargamer, figure painter. Not known Alex that long, again, like a couple of the other guys, but he always, especially on the figures, he likes to pop a comment down, and I'll try and do the same for him, because he puts a lot into his figure painting, and I like to see nicely painted figures. We've got the miniature painter Justin, who must be working his chops off over Christmas as he's in retail. Sorry about all the slurping, but keeps my throat lubricated. 28 mainly, but it does some Games Workshop stuff, as in Space Wars, got them on the brain. Yeah, 30k Horus Heresy, which actually that Space Wolf is. Doesn't mean anything to most of you, that's why I'm on about setting a separate channel up. But yeah, he's into Napoleonics, you name it. Justin has a go with his paintbrush on. So and he's always dropping comments on loads of people, so go and check him out. We've got next one is Mad Genius Productions. That's Joe over in California. Mainly, well, he seems to be doing a load of aircraft, and that seems to be hitting the sweet spot with him at the moment. But always to an impeccably high standard. He's always upbeat. He's got just just the way he presents stuff, I just think's, you know, really good. So go and check out Joe, please. We've got James over at JVC Paints, Canadian living in Japan, wargamer mainly, but he also does, like for the group builds, like Joachim and Marcus's group build, he'll do a vehicle for that, so he can get himself in there. He's always been supporting of me, and again, I've known James, it seems to me, for years on here. So go and check out James at JVC Paints. We got Rob from Time Machine Models. Rob is a thoroughly decent human being, and obviously all automotive, and I enjoy seeing his work. We have we have the Yorama Model Bow channel, which is Joachim. We all know Joachim. Again, somebody who just goes all over the hobby genre of when I see something and there's Joachim's got there first. Like, yeah, Joachim's here as well. I think I'm putting a comment down. 1:72 scale, World War II mainly. Fantastic little dioramas he does. He's running a group build at the moment, wheeled vehicles in military service with his mate Marcus. So go and check that group build out if you're interested. Go and check Joachim's Yorama Model Bow. He may well put a comment down. If he does, press that and obviously take you there. We've got Greg Riley at Greg Riley's 1:35 scale models. Doesn't do as much modelling as he'd like to these days because he's obviously got a little grandson that he's spending a lot of time with. But again, he's one of these guys that's everything's done to like perfection. You know what I mean? So he doesn't care if it takes him a year to do one model, and that's all. It's not all World War II, but a lot of it's World War II 1:35 scale. But he does do modern vehicles as well, and he does the odd ship as well. Is there anybody else down there? There's the odd one that hasn't done a video for a while. But there is a couple others. I've got a very good mate over in Belarus, Mike from Master Models. Mike just does some of the best builds I've seen in military builds. Really, really well worked, and often he'll do little conversions and scratch building is the word I was after, and he does some fantastic bases and terrain. So go and check out Mike at Bast Master Models. He's back on the scene, and it's nice to see because I've got a lot of time for Mike. We've got Frank over at Frank's Miniatures. Funny enough, he paints miniatures, but he does 1:35 scale, does 28mm scale, you name it. If it's figure related, Frank does it. He's in the Netherlands, and I really enjoy interacting with Frank because again he's got a good heart. We've got I'm just looking for somebody else I haven't seen. Anyway, we've got Cal over at Brush and Quill channel. He does a bit of everything. He's a war gamer himself. Does bits of Napoleonics, bits of fantasy, sci-fi, you name it. Cal has a go of it. He's very supportive of other people's channels and likes to push them forward. And I think that's when people do that in the community, I think that's really worthwhile. We've got Phil at Phil R Miniatures. I've probably known Phil actually the longest that I've known anybody because I used to have a blog, and Phil was one of the first people that I ever had put a comment down on my blog, and he always commented on it while I had it up. I've taken it down now, but it's funny, yeah. I've known Phil then for years now on here, and before that, he's wargamer, lovely little figures, mainly 15mm I believe, and he does little battle reports, but he puts all the sounds and the guns going off and bits of history, and he does it in French and English. Which is very accommodating, Phil. So thank you very much. I'm losing. Where the heck is Dutch Dave? How the heck have I? I'm going back up now. All these because no, I don't know where Dave's gone. How have I missed Dave? No, I've no idea where my Mara Dave's gone. That's weird. Well, it wouldn't surprise me if YouTube aren't playing up somehow. Anyway, Dutch Dave, I can't even. Go and check out Dave if you. Oh, there we go. He's here, Flying Dutchman. Between them other pair. There we go. So I'm looking at people's icons more than the names. Go and check out the Flying Dutchman, Dutch Dave. Funny enough, does all sorts of model building. he surprises me with the amount of stuff he does, as in different genres. Really nice guy. So please go and check out Dutch Dave at the Flying Dutchman channel. I'm coming to an end now. There'll be people I've missed. It's not intentional, as I've always said. It's just it's how it is. I'm bound to have missed people that I shouldn't have done. Oh, Greg at Greg's Miniatures. No, not miniatures. Greg's Models even. I've been following Greg for a while. Top Skills Model Builder. I haven't had actually any notifications. I was going to check that out actually. I've put that out because I always say Merry Christmas to Greg, and I haven't seen any of his come up for a while. Right. I think that's it. We'll go with that. If I've missed you out, it's not done on purpose. Julian and Robert, you haven't got channels, but wish you a Merry Christmas, Marras. You know, always putting stuff down. Les Teal, thank you very much for your comments. These are just, I'm pulling these out the ether now, so anybody that's left comments, Gun Barrel, you've been reading some comments recently. So all those people that don't get offended if you haven't been, I've just pulled some of them out the ether. They haven't got channels, but you know, constantly putting comments down on my stuff. I appreciate that. So look after yourselves. I just want to shout all them people out, so I wasn't going to. Enjoy your Christmas. I'll be putting loads of videos up between now and New Year, so we won't put Happy New Year yet. But thanks for all your support for this year. As I say, it means a lot, and I hope Santa brings you more kits, more figures, more paint, sanding sticks, gaming mats, whatever. Don't know what I'm going to spend. It's already burning a hole in my hand or in my pocket, my spending money. I'm not buying any more kits for the moment. I've got more than enough cars. I've got enough of ships. I've got enough of. I've still got 1 in 35 scales. I will be building at least 1 or 2 this year, hopefully. Well, 1 definitely for Steve Jones. So there'll be some 1 in 35 scale armour coming up as well at some stage. I don't know when, but this year coming. Next year coming, I should say. Yeah, it won't be anything like that. I want to get a couple of Games Workshop figures and some odds and sods. But no, try and stay away from the ship's gaff. Oh, I want to buy some bits and pieces, some photo etch for the 2 resin ships I've got, HMS Bristol and RFA Black Rover. That's what I need to spend some money on as well. So look after yourselves, and we'll catch each other soon on another video. Thanks for your company.